Hey everyone, welcome to this beginner friendly JavaScript course. In just 5 minutes, you will understand what JavaScript is, why it is so powerful, and how can you start using it today. So let's get started. What is JavaScript? JavaScript is one of the most popular programming languages in the world. It allows you to make website interactive. Think about buttons that change colors, animations, or pop-up messages. That's JavaScript at work. JavaScript is a high-level programming language. What does it mean? High-level programming language means everything will be taken care of. I mean, most of the thing will be taken care of by a JavaScript language, and you don't have to worry about it. Like, let's give me an example of ATM machine. In case of the ATM machine, when you withdraw the amount, you don't worry about like how bank will handle in the background, right? Bank just supposed to take care of like debiting money from your account and giving you the cash. So JavaScript does the same way. Let's move ahead. So here are some key features of the JavaScript. Let's start with the client-side scripting. JavaScript runs in the user's web browser without requiring server connection for every action. What does this mean? So whenever you request any HTML pages, the your browser reaches out to the server and it gives you a HTML page. But if you reach out to the server every time for a new HTML, then it will cause a lot of disturbance as an user experience. Let me show you this with a diagram. Let's suppose you have a browser on your machine and you are requesting something to your server. Let's suppose you are requesting a google.com website and server returns you the HTML to render the google.com. Now once the google.com is rendered, let's suppose now you want to search something and now your search is for what is, and you want to, let's suppose, search for what is Facebook. But as soon as you type what is, Google starts suggesting you something like what is penguin, what is windows, and what is all other stuffs, right? This functionality is embedded in Google using JavaScript, because JavaScript fetches the results from the server and it manipulates the HTML content instead of getting a new HTML every time. So to understand this, by the way, it doesn't return HTML, it returns something called a JSON. So let me explain you what will happen if it doesn't return the JSON and it will return HTML. What is the issue with that? If it returns HTML, then browser will understand that okay, I have received an HTML file. Then it will try to re-render the whole thing again, and when it is re-rendering, you know that it will stop your typing and the screen will freeze and it will take a new document, then it will show the suggestion. So that will just disrupt the user experience, right? That's why it uses JavaScript to manipulate the HTML thing and not receives the whole HTML at the same time. So that is client side scripting. Now let's come to the other part. Like, it helps in the interacting. Like every time you see any interaction, whether it is a drop down, any menus, form validation, like whether you have put correct input element like email, password or not, every time you see a new pop-up, animation, chatbots, image slideshow, real-time search, just like I have explained, all this is done with the help of the JavaScript. Event driven, it listens for the user action. Like every time you put a click, you can listen to it, what do you want to do. Like if it's, let's suppose you put add to cart, then it will add something to the cart, it will add an item to the cart. Key presses, you can just like Google searches for Google takes the help of this key presses event, it listens to it what you have typed and then it will give you suggestions. So it is an event driven thing. It is a lightweight. It makes it of code so simple that as it is available in the browser, that's why it is a lightweight and it is always fast. JavaScript is versatile. What does that mean? It means that it can be used for anything, be it front end development, back end development, even in for the game development you can use it. Even nowadays you can do the AI development with it using the TensorFlow. So let's start with an example so that you can have a complete hands-on on the JavaScript and you will understand like how JavaScript works. So let's try to change the Google's website color to the purple. Here I'm providing the code. Currently you don't have to understand like what is going on because we will understand this in future courses. So as of now, they just copy paste it. So I have copy pasted this already. So in order to try this, let's open google.com. Now we will right click on the blank space and we will go to the inspect. In inspect, we will come to this like what you are seeing, but let's as of now click on this icon which is his consoles. Okay, now you're seeing all this. As of now, let's just clear this. This is not required at all, but for me I will just do it. Then I will copy paste what I have copied, and now I press enter. Now we can see the whole website has been turned to purple color. So this is what our JavaScript does. It just manipulated this HTML. So if JavaScript wasn't there and I want to create a purple screen, it would be required to send give a new HTML. Like if you can see, whenever I'm pressing enter, you can see this icon, the refresh. You will see that it is not refreshing. I will press enter, just look at the refresh icon. See, it didn't change. I will try to change the color to maybe blue, and see the refresh icon didn't change. Now it's your next task to change this color to the black, and I will leave it to you. You can copy paste the code, and let's get started with the new course. Bye bye.